A few weeks ago, we had the lucky privilege of heading out to Sequatchie Valley Vineyards in Marion County to pay a visit with Ron Honeycutt talking about blackberry season out at the farm. Now we are back out this morning because guess what he says? It is time to come pick the corn. So thanks for letting us come back.
You're welcome. Glad to have you back.
Such a fun time to talk about this because the corn might appear to be a little bit low right now. By the time folks show up, it's going to be ready for picking, right?
It will be totally ready for picking.
I asked you if this was Silver Queen corn, and you very proudly said no. I'm not familiar with the type of corn you're growing.
Okay, this is called ambrosia. It is an heirloom. It is not a genetically modified corn. It's like peaches and cream. It's a bicolor, but it is very sweet. It freezes well. You can freeze it this year, next year at this time, pull it out, heat it up, and it looks like it was just picked.
I have long heard, I've never picked corn, but I have heard before that the best corn we'll ever taste is when you first pick it off of the stalk.
I would have to agree with that.
Was that true?
Yeah.
So do you ever see people out here picking an ear and just taking a bite right away?
I hadn't seen that, no.
Okay.
No. And we don't spray anything here. We're an organic vineyard, and all of our corn is organic. We don't spray it, so people sometimes will get surprised when they go to peel it back. At the very top of the corn, there might be a couple little worms in it or something like that.
Okay.
That's because we don't spray it. So if you go to a store and you pull open the ear and it doesn't have them little worms at the top, it means it's been sprayed at one point or another.
So when we were here last time, we talked about this a little bit, but I think it's always worth repeating. You've got these beautiful 10 acres here. It is Marion County, though
Correct.
It's called Sequatchie Valley
Yes.
Vineyards. This was a dream of yours for a long time. You come from a line of farmers.
Correct.
But you waited until you retired from your day job.
Actually
to
started
begin
it
your fun.
before I retired, for my retirement.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a while in planning, and we started planning and getting everything together. It takes several years for everything to grow, so we've timed it just about perfect for retirement.
It's a fun thing because you're kind of a throwback to the way things used to be. You are a come pick it yourself farm.
Correct, you pick.
That is really a treat for families. Talk about a bucket list for the summertime to bring the kids out here. It's a memory they'll never forget.
Oh yeah, we have pictures of little girls about this big, blonde hair, come in real pretty when they leave. Their hair is purple, their face is all purple. It's hilarious, but it's as cute as it can be though.
Let's talk about what else is here, because as you come out here to the orchard, you see different things in season. So I mentioned we were out here earlier for the blackberries. Pretty much now about this time, they're going to be looking kind of ugly as they get ready for next year's blooms.
They get ready for next year's, yes. Everything that grows this year dies, and it sprouts new for next year. So it gets kind of ugly for a little while.
One of the things that you have, though, in abundance are muscadines.
Correct.
Why do you love muscadines?
It's the only true American grape. A lot of people think Concord grapes are an American grape, but it's not. It comes from Europe and Asia. It was introduced in Concord, Massachusetts back in the 1800s, where it gets its name, Concord grape. But muscadines are the only true American grape, and by that, there's no need for pesticides, no need for fungicides. They are naturally immune to all the little pests that we have.
I know it's got to be hard work for you to come out here and tend to this, because you do. You tend it. You planted these plants about 6 years ago,
About 6
depending
years.
on this variety.
Right.
You've lived through a tornado taking out some of your plants.
Correct.
But you love it.
I
You
do.
must look around here at the vista, Ron, and just feel like you stepped into heaven.
I do. I've got a bench sitting over there underneath the trees, catch the afternoon breeze, and I just sit there and just sit here in amazement of what this valley looks like. It is probably, to me, one of the most beautiful places in all of Tennessee.
It really is spectacular, and it's hard to think about when you live in the Chattanooga area, because we are the scenic city.
Right.
We have the mountains around us, and,
And
you
all
think,
you see is houses on them now.
well, you said it. And but it's easy to think, well, how much prettier can a mountain be? But you come out here and you feel like you're in a John Steinbeck novel.
Correct.
It's beautiful.
It is. It is. And it's kind of humid and hazy out here today, but on a good clear day, you can see so far up this valley. You can see both sides of it, and we're right in the middle of it.
I do want to talk about this when folks come, and I mentioned this with the blackberries too. It's a trick, it can be a trick, to come to you because you are literally just off of the road with a sweet sign that has an arrow pointing to come into you, but you drive through the grass to come here.
Correct.
So you don't want people to think that they're doing the wrong thing. That's
No,
your
no,
way
no,
in.
no. Drive on the grass. Yeah, it's not hurt anything.
In terms of picking the corn, how long is the season?
Okay, it will start about the end of July, and it will last until they're gone.
Okay.
As you can see what we have here, last year we sold all this out in 3 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. And do people do they get a bucket and put it in a bucket, or how do they buy it?
We have bushel baskets for people to bring, so they can get 3, 4, 5 dozen at a time.
I know you're on Facebook, and I know we'll share an email address. Do folks need to make any kind of a reservation? What are your hours of operation?
Our hours of operation are 8 to 4, Wednesday through Sunday. We close Monday and Tuesday.
And that's it.
And that's it. That's it.
Okay, so be the first in line. 3 days last year they sold out. It's ambrosia corn.
Ambrosia. Yes.
Come and enjoy, and then when you're here, talk to Ron and his wife Cynthia and ask about the season for the muscadines before they're ready for you to come.
Correct. That's generally the end of September, all through the whole month of October.
Well, if I were you, I would never call in sick. If this was my view, I'd be here every day too.
I've never called in sick yet.
Thank you, Ron. We're back with more in just a minute, but there is the information. It's Sequatchie Valley Vineyards in Marion County. There's their Facebook information, their email address as well if you're interested in writing to them. But come enjoy some summertime corn and relish the season.
Thank you.
Thanks again.